Hi everyone, I am Chelsea Day Lucas. I'm on to my second client with the property VA, balancing my time between social media management, podcast management, and video editing. So three main tasks. My client is a property investor in Chelmsford, UK. He's also a podcast content creator, a property mentor, an ice hockey player, a very busy human being. And Christina thought it'd be cool for us to sit down and have one-on-one session today to share what it's like being a VA and what it's like working with
Yes.
clients behind the scenes. So
I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of mystery behind sometimes what VAs do behind the scenes, and I thought this would be valuable content, not just for aspiring VAs from the Philippines, but also property investors who are keen to know exactly what happens behind the scenes, as well as give them ideas on which tasks they can potentially outsource to VAs. Could you just walk us through your day-to-day activities and tasks that you look after your clients?
of course, Ms. Christina. Now I'm going to share with you my screen. Well, the first thing I do is check my messages on WhatsApp. It's our primary messaging app with my client. This is where I receive instructions, updates, new messages. Following that, I check my client's Facebook and Instagram. So let's just go to Meta Business Suite.
So this is
So
the
here,
platform generally that VAs are invited to manage and work on their clients' business pages on Facebook and
Facebook
Facebook's
and Instagram.
affiliated platforms.
Yes. This are platforms where my client is very much active. I browse through any new messages that my client have missed, reply to comments on our previous posts. For me, it's a crucial step to maintain an online presence and keep our audience engaged.
How often do you do this in a day? Do you do it once a day, twice a day, three times a day?
This one takes around 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I do that every day. So moving forward, my routine also includes extracting podcast videos from Riverside FM. This one.
How often does your client upload a podcast?
This week we have a podcast to upload. Next week we don't. So it's like alternate.
Okay.
So this is the latest episode. My client recorded this sit down video.
Mhm.
Then I carefully extract a snippet, like usually less than a minute, to edit and eventually transform into reels. I make sure that the podcast snippet has a potential to make wave or to
Yeah.
go viral. Luckily, in Riverside FM, it simplifies this with a built-in feature called Magic Clip. So if I open this video and scroll down, you see it says Magic Clip. So what Magic Clip does is
Yeah.
it will automatically extract that snippet for you. So all I have to do is play which Magic Clip I want. For example, 43 seconds.
Lovely. Makes it so much easier. Saves
Yep.
you from having to watch the entire 34 minutes,
So for example, it already exported because this one takes a bit of time. I then transfer the extracted videos from Riverside to CapCut. So this one is CapCut. For example, this one is the exported video from Riverside a while ago. So I upload the video here from this device, and then the next thing I do is add the text using the auto captions feature here. I click that, and then the text goes here, the orange one. And then I put stock videos. It depends on the topic. And then this is the still text. Tells you what topic this is about.
So he uploads the raw podcasts, and then from that you're able to create. Could you just tell me how many posts you're able to create, and also how frequently you get to post for your clients?
Yes. So sometimes I have like 3 snippets of videos that we can upload throughout the week, and then the other posts are going to be photos and videos from Ashley's content, because we have shared folder called the content pack. It contains his business related photos, personal life related photos.
Are you able to show us briefly what that looks like? All of this is also to give some ideas to those who are new to working with VAs, how they can organize their folders or how they can create a virtual office, a landscape in which they get to delegate tasks like this to their VAs.
So I decided to make 3 folders to segregate each in the category. So if you open personal life folder, you can see what he does.
Yeah, hockey, as you said.
Personal life photos, and then finished content are the ones already uploaded. This one is business related photos. So all he did was upload these photos here so I can see them and download them on my end and upload them.
In terms of what your client's business looks like today versus from when you started, what did that business look like versus what it's looking like now?
So one thing I did to make like a change in my client's business was, of course, help him improve his line presence, I guess. I remember when I was first getting started with this client, his business had, few followers, fewer impressions, there's no solid branding. I remember the colors doesn't match. His brand colors, like the yellows, the grays, are not here. Like, I'm gonna show you what it's
What
like
the page
before.
looks like before. Yeah.
Yes.
So right now
So
there's brand consistency. There's
yes,
a
combination of
unified message.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is right now. So combination of videos, static graphics, etc. Carousel posts also. We also have guest reviews right now, which he didn't have before. This is what the feed looks like before.
So some random photos, random videos. What would you say to a property investor, property business owner who's on the fence, who's deciding should they get a VA to look after their social media content and management versus doing it themselves?
I think you shouldn't be doing the social media yourself because social media is like a beast. If you do it all, it will eat up so much of your time. If you hand over the nitty gritty to a social media virtual assistant, it can help you so much because it frees up my client's time to focus on other stuff of his business. So as a social media manager, I wear so many hats. I develop new topics, new content ideas for my client, which takes up so much of your time.
How I look at your client's page right now is just the consistency, not just of branding, but consistency of output as well and presence, especially if you're trying to get your business more traction, more visibility.
So he had a few videos posted before. Posting was something he wasn't able to do on a daily basis. Sometimes it would take him like weeks or months before posting something new. So now that I'm here, I make sure that I check that the colors match up, the fonts are uniform, his branding is there.
You mentioned something like before your client used to take weeks and months to create and upload content. Can you just tell me now is your time to brag about it? How frequently does your client get to put content out there?
Yes, now I make sure that every day we have new contents out. So for this week we do have a podcast video snippets that will go as a reel and also a TikTok. So that's for Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So like 3
Fantastic.
videos per week. I make sure that we also have carousel posts, personal life photos, and 1 guest review per week. If not guest review, we have quotes. This one is like a service apartment promotion. So things to do in Chelmsford in October. Top 3 places to visit on November.
Ultimately, it's just going to help your client fill their rooms, bring in business, all because he's decided that managing his social media content is not something that he can do himself properly, and it's better to just delegate it to someone with the knowledge, the expertise, the resources, and ultimately the time to do this consistently. Chelsea, it has been amazing to speak with you, showing me behind the scenes what you do, and then really taking me through the journey of what it was like for your client before he worked with you and then now what the business looks like. Even if this is just one aspect of his business operations, this isn't everything about his business, but this certainly contributes a lot to making sure that his business is run efficiently and that he brings business in terms of income, in terms of getting guests, filling up his rooms, and just, getting his name out there. And it's also helping him to network with other property investors.